Hello beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Ibre, famously known as the Aje Farmer. I'm here to share with you a story of an old man who retired at 60 and asked for an additional contract for 10 years. He was a wise man, hardworking. I met him for the first time in 2014. He was a medical doctor. During his young age, he used to work very hard but received low pay. For him to compensate with low pay, he asked for a permission to go back to college to attain a degree, another degree, with the hope that he'll receive salary increment. Yes, his salary was increased, but it was so minor to match with inflation. It was so minor to match with the school fees he had to pay at college. It was so minor to match with the time he spent at college. So he kept asking for another permission to go back to college to attain a degree and coming back to work to end up and realize that he was still to receive another low pay. So he kept asking for a permission, going back to college, attaining another degree, coming back to work, receiving low pay. The cycle repeated over and over. That was a futile cycle that ended up with retirement at the age of 60 with no hope, with nothing but regrets. When he retired at 60, he realized he could not make it because all what he could afford through his life was basic needs: food, shelter, and clothing, nothing else. He was very poor. So he was worried, how could he live for the rest of his life on earth? He asked for an additional contract, for which he was granted. So he worked for another 10 years. In one morning, when we were saying goodbye to him at a farewell meeting, he cried. I saw tears running down his cheeks. Most of my fellow staff did not realize and translate his tears, but I did. I realized he cried because he had no hope. He had nothing in his hands but regrets for the years he spent working for someone's dream. For all those years he spent working for money in exchange for his dream, he sold his time for peanuts. I'm very sorry for this old man, who was to me like a dad. In front of him, he realized he had no hope. He was worried, how could he afford his bills? Medical bills. Remember, at old age, many diseases do come in numbers: hypertension, diabetes, Parkinson's. So he was worried, how could he live? How could he afford his food, to buy his food? Thank God he had shelter. He had one house, but nothing else. He sent a deep message into my soul that really translated into hard decisions. Because 3 years later, in November 2017, I decided to call a spade a spade. I decided to quit a job at the age of 36 years of age, when I was still energetic and vibrant. I decided to quit a job that was high paying so as to achieve and pursue a dream in farming. I was worried. I didn't like to wait until it was too late. So I decided to go and say, well, let me go and avoid such torture of working for money and spending all my life working for someone's dream. Since then, I've never regretted. I'm a passionate farmer and a radical agripreneur. Would you like to join my online classes? Kindly chat me up through +255 743 812 853. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. By so doing, you'll watch upcoming videos I'm here to tell you many stories through my testimony. It was really nice talking to you guys. I wish I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Ciao.